Nah, what's on your mind? What's the number one thing on your mind before we run through our list of topics?
Well, I'd like to welcome Jason Witten back to the Cowboys.
Oh my God! Is he the
um,
coach?
I do not think his value will be on the field as much as off the field and in the locker room, and in maybe encouraging his good friend and buddy Tony Romo to also join the sidelines. I think he will also help with Dak's development to help him see the field and see what Tony Romo and Jason Witten are able to see when they're out there. I'm hoping he will kind of help with Dak's development in that department.
You know what I think? I think this is a really good move for the Cowboys. That's Jerry Jones trying to send some eyes and ears on the field.
Right.
You know, somebody he trusts. But not only that, sometimes I wonder if Dak is able to see things that are going on the field. Like it's another coach on the field. When Jason Witten steps to you and says, "Hey, look, Dak, why don't you try this?" Or "Why don't you look at this read instead of that read?" Like those are the things that will make him better. So he's a coach on the field, and I think that's a good move for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not looking for 100 catches. I'm just looking for him to say, "Dak, you're running cover 2. This is going to be open all game." Just that right there.
And he can block too. So remember the line was very nice when Witten was there, because a lot of that stuff, the blocking schemes happen on the spot. Like you get him, I got him, we're going to pull like this. And so since he's been gone, it hasn't been the same. So I will say this. I think he'll be better there on the field than he will be in the booth.
He will definitely be better
because the booth
than in the booth.
Too bad y'all need to sign Booger McFarland too.
Here's what I like. Here's what I like about this. So I'm going to give the Cowboys some credit. They have a family atmosphere, whether it is dysfunctional family or it's the Waltons. Right? They support each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember, going way back. What'd you say, Michael Irvin sniffing coke? No, he wasn't sniffing no coke. What house? There's no party house behind the practice facility. You know what I mean? They stick together, even if it's T.O. crying for his quarterback.
Yeah.
There's something there in the Cowboys culture where they feel that they are family. And you see that a lot in the NFL, but specifically to the Cowboys, probably a little bit more.
Not unless you're Des Bryant. You're not family
they treated
anymore.
him like family. They treated him like family.
They did.
They treated him like family.
Remember when Des Bryant would beat his mother up?
Yeah.
They surrounded him like family.
They take care of each other. So I see Witten coming back as not necessarily an on-the-field move, but it's a Cowboy who sees a role that's needed in terms of mentorship, and he's stepping in to fill that role like most of them would. He happens to be the best suited to be able to come and do that. He probably doesn't even want to do it.
I think this is also his transition into the
coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be the head coach, but something. Because I don't think Jason Garrett's going to make it this year. I think something's going to happen. They're not going to play well. He'll be gone. Opportunity opens up. It's going to be Romo and Witten on the sideline.
I agree with all you guys when you say that his impact is going to be more on off the field than on the field. I think that he's going to be able to coach up and encourage younger players of any and all positions, and definitely help Dak Prescott see what's on the field. But I also think that Jason Witten on the field is going to allow Dak to throw more red zone targets when they're in the red zone and get more touchdowns. I think that he's going to be. If he's not the number one receiver next year, I am willing to bet that he's going to be top 2 receiver on the Cowboys team next year. Because I don't think Jason Witten. That's what I think.
Here's the question I want you guys to answer. Is the tight end position in the NFL so weak that you couldn't find someone else to come in and replicate put up, decent numbers, 50, 60? Because you're talking about him like he's about to be
Who you asking?
open. I'm asking you because you know it better than anybody, and I'm asking Naeem because he knows the Cowboys better than anybody.
All right. Now you want to go first and join the call, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm happy to go first. So absolutely, there are tight ends currently on the Cowboys who could get 50 catches. This again was not a on the field production move. Yes, he will be valuable in the red zone. He will be valuable on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. But I think I still think he's there as a senior voice in the locker room, eyes on the field, eyes on the sideline. That's going to be Witten's role, pumping up the team and blocking. Kind of like the way the Patriots used their guy this year.
Gronk.
I'm just drawing a blank.
Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk. Thank you. The way they used Gronk. Gronk did a lot more blocking, but when they needed him, they could find him. And I think Witten, will be able to do that. He's not going to be running down the seam anymore, doing anything like that.
I don't think he's gonna be running a lot of routes too, like long routes, like Travis Kelce type routes. I think absolutely not. I definitely agree with you there. But when it comes to like red zone, I think he's always on the field. When it comes to it's 2 and 4, he's on the field. I think when you need that short yardage, he's gonna be he's gonna be the second or third option in my opinion. I don't see the other weapons that you have utilized on. You have Zeke, of course. We have Amari Cooper, and we have Dak that you could run the football with if it's like 2nd and 4 or 3rd and 2, something like that. Those are the weapons we know you have. But even the tight end. You mentioned that the Cowboys have a tight end. Their tight end last year, Geoff Swam, is what I'm just looking up very quickly because I didn't remember who they had last year. No disrespect to the Dallas Cowboys at all.
They weren't good. Go ahead.
But with the tight end, he specifically had 26 receptions, one touchdown, less than 300 yards for the season. I don't think that's any fault of him, and I don't think that's any fault of Dak Prescott. I think that's of the fault of the coaching and the coaching staff. But I think that a name like Jason Witten, the coaching staff can't ignore his presence on the field. And if he gets emotional on the field and he wants the ball, they have to say, all right, hey, listen, we got to get Jason the ball. We got to get Jason, 5-6 targets for this game. And of course, I think he's going to be utilized in blocking and coaching up these young players. But I still strongly believe that he's going to be second, third target, most receptions for the Cowboys next year. I mean, of course, after Amari Cooper and probably after Zach as well, but I can't see him getting more targets than anyone else on the team. But again, I don't know the Cowboys as much as you, Naeem, but based on what I seen last year, I don't see it.
I think Jason Witten sees a really good opportunity here. Right. So since you have this new fresh wide receiver to now extend the field, like you have to guard him and you have to guard the running back in the backfield. There's a whole gap in the middle of the field that's going to be unguarded. So there's going to be points where when he breaks out and comes out of that little blocking pattern, he's going to be wide open a lot.
And then he's going to catch the ball and fall down.
Yeah, but all you need is all you need. He's what you call a possession receiver.
No, his yak is going to be -7.
Yeah, but he's gonna have 5-yard patterns for first downs because that's really all you need. Sometimes is like 5 yards.
That's gonna help Dak so much.
Right, that's a big deal.
A very big deal.
That's a big deal. But the other thing is too, he's definitely not gonna have that many catches because I think the last year he had 63 catches. 69, 77, 64, 73. And then in 2012
what was his average? About 9 yards, 10 yards a catch?
Yards per reception.
I
it was 8.
Doubt it.
The last year was 8.9 yards,
right,
9.8.
Literally catch and fall down.
9.3, 11. Yep. His whole career between 9 and 11. He's never been a catch and run guy. Right. But he gets open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he does. The Jason Witten is a tough. So Dak doesn't throw people open. You have to be open, and Dak will hit you. Jason Witten is never that open, but if you put it in the right spot because of his size, he's open.
He'll box you out. He
I
plays.
think that's part of the reason why his numbers went down with Dak, is that if he's not wide open, then Dak looks somewhere else. I also hope this year that Jason Garrett will watch the Patriots videos and do his best to turn Cole Beasley into Julian Edelman.
You
Because I
are
think
right
they're both
on.
somewhat similar, that they are literally uncoverable for 7 yards.
But he's got to turn Dak into Tom Brady.
Oh,
That's
that's a whole different. That's a whole different ballgame.
There's no other Tom Brady. So
I know.
I mean, you can't turn anybody into Tom Brady.
Naeem, I
but
completely
you're right,
agree
you're
with
right.
you.
I mean, Dak is no Tom Brady.
I completely agree with you. Cole Beasley should be.
You know what? That's something. That's something that we have to think
He's
about
such a great slot runner.
and look at. I want everybody to look now that we that has come to our awareness. Are the shorter quarterbacks having trouble hitting slot guys? Because we know what Tom Brady does. He just drops it over the line.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I mean? Do the shorter quarterbacks have to find a lane and then miss that 3-step slant?
But here's my thing. I don't think
Drew Brees doesn't.
Does he really throw that slant like that though?
he doesn't. But I don't think a lot of the coaches know how to utilize slot receivers. Because if you think about Cole Beasley,
Right.
he's not being utilized a lot. If you think about Danny Amendola, he was utilized on Miami when they started having injuries.
Right.
When Kenny Stills started going down, when Devontae Parker was down, that's when they started utilizing him.
You're right.
A lot of the slot guys, I don't think coaches really
And
know how to utilize them.
To be fair, Tyler Lockett had a breakout year with
Yes, he
Russell
did.
Wilson.
Yes, he did.
He did.
And he's a slot. Well,
He played
yeah,
a lot on
he's
the
a slot.
outside, though,
He
this
played
year.
outside too,
But
but
He's fast.
right.
He's fast. He's very fast.
yeah, he's good.
All right.
And to me, the slot guys, a lot of it isn't even the coach, it's the quarterback and the slot guy, because the slot guy, it kind of doesn't really run patterns. He runs herky-jerky, fakes in, goes out, fakes out, goes in, and the quarterback just has to see that, but there's no way any
Right.
cornerback can cover that. That is just, he's too quick, he's too small. Even if you try to jam him, they're just too squirrely.
Right.
You just can't.
They
You
basically
can't jam them. You can't cover them for 7 yards. But the quarterback has to be in tune with when he goes out or goes in, and,
right.
and you know.
No, they're basically running.
they need
They're
to work
running
a lot on
they're running a read route.
A read route, exactly.
Right.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. You said it better. A read route. The quarterback has to read, and the receiver has to read the same thing. A read route.
All right.